You don't need to explain yourself to the people God actually sent you. If you've spent years performing your calling for an audience that still doesn't see it, stop right there. That exhaustion isn't humility, and it isn't patience. It's a warning sign you've been trained to ignore for far too long. Chosen ones don't need translation. They recognize each other in silence, instantly, without negotiation. And if you're still talking, still explaining, still building your case, you might be standing in front of the wrong room entirely. If you've ever sat across from a stranger and felt instantly known, no resume required, no backstory necessary, no proving anything, while in another room a lifetime of explaining still wasn't enough to be believed, you already know exactly what this is about. That's not chemistry. That's not shared personality or shared history. That's recognition operating underneath language in a frequency words were never built to carry, and you did not imagine it. This isn't mysticism. It's written plainly into Scripture. The Spirit Himself testifies with our spirit that we are God's children. Romans 8:16. That testimony was never built to need a translator, a character witness, or a follow-up explanation. God did not design you to spend your one assignment proving yourself to people who were never given eyes to see it in the first place. This isn't a comfort message, and it isn't permission to isolate yourself from everyone who doesn't immediately understand you. It's a filter. God did not call you to be legible to every room you walk into. He called you to be obedient in the rooms He actually sent you to and recognized by the people He actually sent there with you. Today, we're breaking down 5 ways chosen. People recognize each other without a single word, and the last one explains why certain rooms, certain relationships, certain people you have tried hardest with will never see what you carry, no matter how long you stand there trying to show them. Number 1. They don't need your credentials. A king doesn't ask another king for identification at the door, and he doesn't wait for a title to be announced before he extends his hand. This isn't about charisma, and it isn't about confidence, because both of those can be performed by people who carry nothing real underneath them. This is about discernment, reading what performance was never built to prove in the first place. Stop opening conversations with your resume. Stop leading with your resume of suffering, your resume of obedience, your resume of sacrifice, hoping someone in the room will finally clock what you've been carrying. Keep proving yourself to a room that demands proof, and you will exhaust the very calling you're trying to protect, chasing applause from people who were never assigned to give it. Scripture doesn't measure people by their presentation. The Lord does not look at the things people look at. The Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel 16:7. Once you stop performing for the wrong room, the second sign becomes impossible to miss. Number 2. There is no competition for the seat. 2 trees don't fight over sunlight when each one was planted for a different season and a different purpose entirely. They simply grow, root deep, and leave room. Real chosen ones don't war over platform, visibility, or recognition because they were never measuring themselves against each other to begin with. If you feel threatened by someone carrying a calling similar to yours, examine where that threat is actually coming from, because it rarely originates with God. More often, it's an old scarcity wound, mistaking a teammate for a competitor. Carry rivalry into a room God built for partnership, and you will forfeit the very alliance He sent to cover you in the exact season you needed it most. We, though many, form one body, and each member belongs to all the others. Romans 12:5. That isn't poetry for a wall, that's architecture for your life. So far, they don't need your credentials, and they don't compete for your seat. That isn't a coincidence, and it isn't luck lining up in your favor. God is stripping away the noise, one relationship at a time, so you can recognize the right people faster than your mind, your insecurity, or your old wounds want you to. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Number 3, they don't fill the silence. Watch what happens when 2 genuinely called people sit in the same room together. The silence isn't awkward, and nobody's reaching for their phone to escape it or filling the gap with small talk just to feel safe. It's full. Counterfeit connections require constant noise to survive, constant updates, constant reassurance, constant performance just to feel real. Real recognition can rest, the way two people who already trust each other's character don't need to keep relitigating it. If every relationship in your life demands non-stop performance just to stay alive, that was never your tribe. That was your assignment to leave. Stay in rooms that only value you while you're talking, entertaining, explaining, and you will spend years mistaking exhaustion for belonging. The testimony of the Spirit doesn't require commentary to be valid. It simply is, and it simply knows, the same way two instruments tuned to the same key don't need to announce it. Number 4, they see the warfare you never mentioned to anyone. You walk into a room drained from a battle you told absolutely no one about, a fight you hid even from people closest to you, and one person, just one, looks at you like they already read the full report before you arrived. They don't ask what's wrong, they just shift, soften, make space, without ever knowing the details. That isn't intuition, and it isn't a lucky guess. That's spiritual weight responding to spiritual weight, recognizing its own kind across a crowded room. Stop explaining your battles to people whose only response is confusion or correction. Save the explanation for the ones who already see it without needing one. My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me. John 10:27. Recognition like that was never negotiated with words. Keep handing your war stories to people without discernment, and you'll collect advice instead of covering, judgment instead of prayer, opinions instead of intercession, until the wrong rooms have heard everything you've survived and understood absolutely none of it. This next one is the one nobody warns you about because at first it looks like rejection instead of what it actually is. Number 5. Some people will never see it, and that absence is not a flaw sitting somewhere in you. It's the boundary itself, working exactly as it was designed to work from the beginning. Not every room was built with eyes capable of recognizing what you carry, and forcing recognition out of people who were never given the capacity for it isn't faith. It's fatigue dressed up in the language of effort. You can rehearse the explanation 100 different ways, soften it, simplify it, prove it with results, and it still won't land because the problem was never the delivery. The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God. 1 Corinthians 2:14. Read that again, slowly. Some doors were never going to open, no matter how long or how patiently you knocked, because the lock was never about you. It was about what was standing on the other side of it. Keep auditioning for blind eyes, and you will drain the very calling you have spent years trying to protect, confused over and over why something this real keeps getting met with silence, suspicion, or a distance you can't explain to anyone, including yourself. And the moment you finally stop performing for rooms that were never given eyes to see you, you'll understand why the silence between chosen people was never empty in the first place.